Who would have thought that the Suns, the year they add Chris Paul to the lineup, that they would be tied for first place in the Western Conference? I would have never expected that, just because I look at the Suns coming off of the year that they had last year, especially when they got into the bubble and almost made the playoffs. I thought when they added Chris Paul to the lineup, I thought that they would have been probably maybe like a mid-level team in the Western Conference, maybe somewhere from like at the highest, maybe like the fourth seed, maybe down to like the sixth seed or the seventh seed at the lowest. I didn't see them being 46-18. What they have been able to accomplish this year has been nothing short of phenomenal. You have to give a lot of credit to Monty Williams for just guiding this team to where they are currently. The rise of Devin Booker has been, I think, undernoted. I think a lot of people need to pay a lot more attention to what Devin Booker is doing. Granted, he's only, I don't even think he's 25 years old yet. He's only like in his mid 20s. What he has been doing for this Suns team has been amazing. You add Chris Paul to the lineup, and he has been just amazing this year, despite almost being 36 years old. He turns 36 in what, like a week or two from now?
Oh, not even on the 6th.
So he's out here playing what I would consider MVP level basketball. Granted, I know his numbers aren't necessarily the most glorifying stats to go over, but his impact that he's had on this team is nothing short of amazing. He's, I mean, if you look at some of the stats that he has, he's shooting like 93% from the free throw line this year, which is a career high. He's having his highest assist mark in, I think, 4 or 5 years. I think the last highest assist numbers that he had, somewhat similar to this, was his last year with the Clippers. And he's been, I think, the most integral piece as far as just like the facilitator spot on the team goes to getting this team to where they are now. So you have to just look at Phoenix, and you really have to consider, is this team legitimately a finals contending team? And I think that they are. I think that they have the pieces to go out and at least compete for one. Whether they get there or not, we'll see, because this team isn't playoff tested yet. But I love where Phoenix is going. I really think that sky's the limit with this team. And it's going to be really interesting to see what happens when this team actually gets into a playoff series and whether or not that they can make the most of that opportunity.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm happy for the Suns. Like you said, the way that they ended the season last year, you kind of had a hope or like a glimmer of I guess you could say hope again, like a glimmer of hope that they would have some reiteration that they did last year. And then the acquisition of Chris Paul was just incredible. I mean,
Yep.
Phoenix went out there and they did the impossible. They brought that backcourt together. Devin's been loving every second of it. We talked about it before the season even started. That connection with DeAndre Ayton and Chris Paul, that pick and roll, pick and pop, with the best, arguably one of the best passers the NBA's ever seen, along with one of the youngest big men in the league, being as dominant he's been over the last couple of seasons. The Jazz are just doing it on, the Suns are just doing it on all cylinders. And, we just shout out to Monty Williams, man. Chris Paul is definitely playing at an MVP caliber level. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say that he's worthy of an MVP. Should he be in the discussion? Yes, because the Chris Paul effect is real. Whatever team he goes to, they definitely take a dramatic step in the right direction in terms of postseason. Mind you, he's never had a finals, a conference finals to his resume, but he's hoping to change that this year.